A couple of questions in the chat before we move forward. I'm sure Ryan is probably frivolously typing at the moment.
Yeah. So there's some confusion. So I just want to be very, very explicit here. So for those stores who utilize Dayforce and Kronos, all employees, including salaried managers, will enter their time offs in that system. You will not enter your time offs directly in Workday. The only time you would enter a time off, vacation, flex day, bereavement, jury duty, directly in Workday for those populations would be in the event that you are entering it in a week after the time file has run. And then the reconciliation of balances will happen in Workday and be sent back out on a weekly basis. So you will send the time files and time off files in on a weekly basis, and on a weekly basis, your balances will be reconciled within those systems. For PHL users using Storeforce, you will enter only time in Storeforce. All time offs will be entered in Workday, just like you saw in that demonstration, for all users who will enter time off. So that's unique only to our Pro Hockey Life stores. I just wanted to call that out so that everybody's clear. So the process you just saw there, for the most part, would be used only if you're entering in a retro time off, something that missed the time file cutoff and you needed to get it in. You would enter it in Workday directly, and it will automatically adjust. Anybody who's salaried, it will take the salary down. It will replace it with a vacation day, for example. But that's only if the time file has already passed through or you are in PHL.
Okay, so we will move on to our last demonstration in the time and absence space. We're going to show a demonstration for unmatched time clock events. Some of you might be asking what that may be. An unmatched time clock event is a time block that has an in or an out, but no corresponding in or out. So there are, I'm sure, occasions where someone forgets to clock in, but they clock out for their shift, or they've clocked in and they forgot to clock out. And maybe that wasn't caught prior to the file being sent from Kronos, Dayforce, or Storeforce into Workday. So that will result in an unmatched time clock event. We are going to show you what that looks like in the demonstration. On Monday mornings, there is an alert that goes to all people leaders or timekeepers if there is someone in your group that had an unmatched time clock event. So it will help articulate or depict where there is a need for attention, and we'll show you how to address that in the video. And I also want to call out, before we go into the demonstration, that the alert for unmatched time clock events doesn't account for missed shifts. Workday does not reconcile or pull schedule data. So if the shift was missed in its entirety, there would be no alert. You'll still go into Workday to add that missed shift. The alert will only be received against the punch files that were received and when there was an in and without an out, or an out without an in. So we'll play the video and then see if we have any more questions in this space. In this module, we're going to review the manager and timekeeper view for reviewing time for a worker. As the manager or the timekeeper, you're going to click on the search bar at the top of the screen and type in review time. You'll click the first option that comes up and you'll be prompted with a review time screen. You can leave everything as it is on the review time screen. If you would like to look for specific workers, specific worker types, you are able to refine your view here. However, if you're looking for the entire group, you can leave everything as is, ensuring that the date is correct for the time period you're looking at. In this situation, we're going to look at the week prior, and you'll click the OK button at the bottom. What that's going to bring up is a view of the team. In this demo environment, you'll see that you have a bunch of workers that do not have any time submitted. In a real life scenario, you'd have the workers' time in here. But the demonstration here is looking at the workers with the alert. So you'll be able to click on any of the top buttons if there is a populated number in them. And that will refine your list to show just the individual where there is an alert, or however many individuals there is an alert with. That's letting you know that this person has incomplete time entries. There's some approved time, there's some regular hours, and that you'll see that their scheduled hours is also shown in this view. So to resolve this issue, you're going to click on the individual employee name. which is going to bring you to the next screen that says, here is the summary of what we're looking at for this employee. And we'll click on enter time for a worker to be able to go to this spot on their timesheet where there is something that needs to be corrected. As you can see at the top of the screen, there is a needs attention block that is an unmatched time clock event that needs a respective either in or out to complete the time block. As the manager or timekeeper, you'll be able to click on this time block and add in the applicable in or out. You can change the in or the out in this situation to reflect the appropriate shift time. So let's say this individual was supposed to leave at 9:30 p.m. You'll enter 9:30. It'll show you the hours clocked for that shift and that they're out for the shift. And when you click on OK, it will change that time block from the unmatched at the top of the screen to a time block in the bottom of the screen that is not submitted. The key to any updates in your timesheets in Workday is to ensure that once you've done making corrections for the week, that you click on the review and submit button to ensure that those changes are captured and approved. So you'll click review on the bottom right. It'll give you the summary for that week that we are in, and then you'll click submit. Once you've clicked submit, you'll get a notification that says you have submitted with a check mark. It'll bring you back to the timesheet view you were just in, and you'll be able to scroll down to that time block to see that it is now approved, which means it's been sent over to pay.